if it's worth doing well, right? Yes. Cool. Okay, so we're officially rolling. Welcome to everyone. In this case, it's just Brian. Well, maybe someone on YouTube will watch as well. So in that case, welcome to everyone on YouTube. As always, we're gonna start with what the hell we're doing here, which is a recap of the market in Web3. So we're gonna go over crypto. We're gonna go over NFTs, fundraising, airdrops, and partnerships. I'm gonna go in for about 20 minutes, ideally less, and then we'll open up the floor if anyone wants to come in. Brian, in this case, just you. So yeah, no, overall, a huge week. Crypto has been doing exceptionally well. We hit all-time highs on Bitcoin. I think it went just over 69k, so we beat last year's prices. And of course, we saw a huge wick down. I think 10%, if I remember correctly, or something thereabouts. But a huge sell-off, which is cool. I don't know if I expected it, but a few of my friends were like, "Oh yeah, it's not gonna hold up." But yeah, welcome DM. Great to have you as well. So yeah, Bitcoin hit all-time high. That's cool. Coinbase climbing up in the App Store. Coinbase, as of right now, or whenever I read that tweet, which was about an hour ago, is 49 in the App Store. Now this is actually incredible because just 2 weeks ago, Coinbase was 200 in the App Store. So I don't know. It just feels like this bull market is accelerating a lot faster, and people are saying that we're gonna go for about 12 to 18 months. I'm not sure. I really am not sure. But yeah, and there's also the argument that now people know what we're capable of in terms of, you know, a JPEG can sell for, I don't know, 2-3 millions. So now that we know these things, it's much easier for people to start degenerate gambling and spending their money. So yeah, pretty interesting. On the next side, we have Friendtech. Friendtech announced something exceptionally interesting. So Friendtech is a kind of social app that came up in 2022, and it was backed by Paradigm and a few other big VCs. Now what? And then it kind of drew down the what is it called? The hype died down a bit. And welcome, Galen. Well, great to have you as well. So the Friendtech hype, it died down, but now it's on the up again. So what they announced is that there will be an airdrop, and then also the VCs that invested will not be dumping. So I believe via Friendtech will be like what was it called? A fair launch. Yeah. So that'll be pretty interesting. I've never seen VCs sacrifice their money like that, or their investments. So that's quite cool to see. Babylon, which we spoke about 2 weeks ago, which was a way to stake your Bitcoin in a non-custodial way, which means that you have your private key. They launched a testnet. Does that mean something for us? I don't know. If you guys want to go in and airdrop farm it, that could be an opportunity. Babylon, yeah, raised good amount of funding, so maybe they will have they for sure will have mainnet, but yeah, anyway, I can't speculate here. I've not explored it yet. I probably will. And yeah. Then we also have that meme coins are going crazy. So this week was crazy, like crazy doesn't even explain it. So the whole pound of dogs and everything. So we got the Floki, we got Doge, Shiba Inu, Doge, dog with hat going like mental. I don't remember if it touched $2, but it certainly went thereabouts. So big meme week. Yeah. And then BlackRock files to purchase Bitcoin ETFs. And that's pretty interesting. So BlackRock, you know, huge. They'll be purchasing more Bitcoin. We like it. By the way, interesting fact as well is that there's more, global allocation fund inflow. And if you guys want to see the inflow for Bitcoin, it's coinglass.com, then /Bitcoin-ETF. So you'll be able to see all the inflow for Bitcoin. So yeah, I don't know if this is something to go by in terms of judgment, but yeah. Anyway, we're moving on to NFTs. So rough week overall for NFTs, especially ETH NFTs. I feel like all the Doge coins and all the meme coins pumped, and liquidity moved away from NFTs, especially ETH NFTs. So we're seeing mutants trade under mint price for the first time ever. So that's pretty cool. Maybe not for that's in ETH terms, I believe. Yeah. On the other hand, things are looking great. So a Gold Ape sold for 940k. So bullish vibes. What else? Well, Ether Rock sold for 830 what is it K 830,000 dollars. So that's wild. So low, like floor NFTs are going less well, but the established NFTs are going well. And then to top it all off, CryptoPunks, someone took a 10 million loan against 60 CryptoPunks, and in order to get that liquidity, over 5,000 participants, well, took part in this and provided liquidity. So that's fascinating. That was done through MetaStreet. And MetaStreet, by the way, they raised 10 million last year. So yeah, pretty cool to see. And fun fact, MetaStreet is using some of their funds to defend the liquidations on Pudgy Penguins just now, because they're going, well, they went from like 20 ETH down to, I think now it's like 12, and there are chances of the Pudgies going even further down, like down to 10 ETH. So basically what MetaStreet is doing is they're defending that liquidation price, so by well, paying off loans and other things like that. So pretty cool to see. Everyone, that's, in my opinion, that's like one of the best business moves. I'm definitely going to write about it next week, because that guy is pretty much using his liquidity to defend an asset, which is great, and he's also getting the buy-in from the community, which I think is like such a clever business decision. So yeah, that is with NFTs. Yes, fundraising. We got 5 or 6 fundraisings. So Optimism Foundation sells 90 million worth of tokens in a private sale. What's interesting here is they didn't specify at what discount they sold them, but what they did specify is that the vesting period will be of 2 years. And during that vesting period, these tokens will be able to be delegated for voting. So whoever participated in that round, that's a pretty sweet deal. By the way, Optimism, when I applied for my job at Optimism, OP, the token, was trading at $3. Now it's worth $4.3. So quite the bump. So yeah, Tyco raised 15 million in Series A round, and that was, so far they've had 3 rounds and for a total of 37 million. So the final one being the Series A, and then they're doing that ahead of their main launch. Now that's pretty cool. I looked at the announcement. It was fascinating. They boasted a lot of numbers and like 850,000 users in the Discord. Of course, we know that all of this is airdrop farming and useless GM engagement. But then they said that there are over 100 live apps in the Tyco ecosystem today, which is fascinating. I hope that is true. I obviously have not checked, but I have heard about Tyco here and there from friends. So yeah, that's cool. And by the way, what Tyco is a layer 2 solution that scales Ethereum, and doesn't speak much, but oh well, that's their description. Zama raised 73 million in Series A, led by Protocol Labs, so the company behind Filecoin, and Multicoin Capital. So these guys led the round. What Zama does is they're building in the privacy space of Web3, and they're giving developers tools to tackle data privacy. And that's a huge round, 73 million. Wow. To be fair, to put in perspective, the privacy space is like really heating up. There's another company in the privacy space, it's called Aztec. And they raised 100 million, I believe, I know it's 100 million, by A16Z in a Series B. So these are huge rounds at this point. What else? They're in the same niche. We have privacy. It's kind of like OpenSea, but privacy. They raised 5 million in seed round, and they were backed by Binance. What they're doing is the worldwide privacy compliance enabled through fully homomorphic encryption, which I'll write about in the future. So yeah, this privacy sector is pretty interesting. And if we think about it, privacy will be needed in the future. Vitalik has also spoken about that. And if we want big hedge funds and, well, TradFi to come over, they probably will not like to see, for everyone to see all the transactions and what they're buying and whatnot, because people can front run them, and it's not nice for them. So yeah, by the way, another interesting concept that I read about that in correlation to the whole TradFi is dark pools. But I'm gonna write about dark pools another time. We have 3 more. Stack. So Stack is on-chain. So I'll read out the thing. So Stack is introducing loyalty points as an on-chain primitive and building tools for managing points programs. So we all know points. You gotta farm the points. Camino, whatever, all these points for airdrops. Well, Stack is actually going after that niche and doing that. So 3 million seed round. Who participated, notable people, is Balaji. And then on the VC side, Coinbase Ventures. So yeah, Stack is actually something that I would love to write about at some point in the future. I saw that they have an SDK. I don't know how to use any of that, but I've sent it to a friend of mine that leads go-to-market strategy for one company that's about to go to TGE. So I'll see if he'll implement it. But yeah, I've always thought about like, who's building all these on-chain programs? So that's fascinating. I'll definitely dig into that one. Cosmology, we're almost there, by the way, with the fundraising. Cosmology, 5 million seed round, and what they're doing is basically simplifying the Cosmos ecosystem development. That's nice and simple. 5 million seed, yeah. And then final one, Sahara. They raised 6 million seed round, and they're basically building the first decentralized AI network for everyone to freely and securely deploy autonomous AI. I don't know how that will help us, but these guys do. And that's why they're building it, and I'm not the one building it. So, yes. Airdrops, we got 5. So, Pike Finance has airdrop that will be going to DGods, Mad Lads, Tensorians, Punch Penguins, and more. We've seen in the past that notable NFT communities do get airdrops, which is actually the next point, which is Wormhole. Wormhole airdropped, well, the airdrop itself did not happen yet, but it was released what your allocation was and all that. And Mad Lads and DGods got some of the allocation. However, there were some problems with Mad Lads and, not with Mad Lads, apologies, with DGods, and they didn't get the right allocation, so they weren't very happy with all that, but oh well, what can you do? Mockaverse confirmed their airdrop. We've all known that. If you guys are listening and don't have a Mocha ID, I would definitely recommend you do it. I'm not sure if that'll be enough to qualify you, but it's something. So yeah, I'm sure the NFT will play a role. But they're crazy expensive. 4 ETH last time I checked. So yeah, well into the 5 figures. Camino airdrop mechanics actually got announced, and that's really interesting because they fumbled the bag. What they did is they said what the mechanics will be for you to get your token allocation. Now, the problem with that is if there are people with a lot of capital, they can read between the, well, not even like read between the lines, they can read the damn lines and figure out what's the best strategy for them to use. And they can literally make like 2-3 months worth of progress in a week just because they've got a lot of capital. And to be fair, it's very, very likely that some people will be farming with like 6 figures, 7 figures even. So yeah, in the Blur airdrops, we saw people farming with 2, 3, 4 million. Machi, it was one of the but the key leaders in the whole farming space, and Hanwi was another one. So people farm, people got money. Yeah. And then airdrops that were announced: Drift Protocol, Parcel we spoke about last week, Zeta Markets, and Ionet Official. Now, I will link them when I put this thing in as an article, but right now I can't really tell you all that much about it. We're at the final stretch of the segment actually, so that's nice. So we're going into partnerships. So Crossmint acquired Winter. I believe Crossmint, well, I keep seeing Crossmint all the time, but I can't remember what exactly they do, but it was something along the lines of, no, I can't, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, that's silly, because I've seen them so often. I think they're doing something cross-blockchain, but anyway, the company that I acquired is called Winter, and they're a YC-backed startup. They power NFT infrastructure for loads of companies. Some of them are Fox, the NFL, and Mythical Games. So what this acquisition will do is that Crossmint will expand their blockchain coverage and add more features and launch new cross-chain payment services. Yeah, by the way, yeah, now I remember, Crossmint, they if you want to buy an NFT with USDC, or not with USDC, well, maybe with USDC, but I meant with fiat, they're the ones that will get that done for you. ENS domains are having a temp check on whether they would want to integrate on Solana Zo, which is interesting because the name ENS stands for Ethereum Naming Service. So that's cool how they'll move to Solana. Well, integrate with Solana, not completely move. And yeah, however, there is Solana name service. So for example, I own Mitko.so. That's cool. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen there, but yeah. And we got 3 more. Revolut launches direct buys on MetaMask. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are based in the UK, but Revolut is pretty big in the UK. And yeah, previously you could buy crypto inside Revolut, but you don't own the keys for that. So this integration with MetaMask allows you to have your own keys. Now, how that will happen, I don't know. Because imagine you buy Ethereum, right? Are you going to pay 20 quid in gas fees? Like, I don't think so. So I don't know how that will be done. Very interested about that. But the fact that Revolut is such a big company, probably like top 3 neobank in the UK, is, what is it called? Integrating crypto. That's so bullish. So bullish. But yeah. And then on the other side, final 2. I'll go with CyberKongs first. So CyberKongs, an NFT project, kind of on the gaming side of things, is migrating to Ronin, which is fascinating. So if you don't know, Ronin got exploited for 600 million about, I think in 2021, might be 2022 as well. I believe it's 2021. But anyway, and they got exploited by North Korea or maybe South Korea. Honestly, I don't know. But like one of these Korean organizations. It was like a whole, like it was malicious. And yeah, they somehow survived it. And they're still around, so it's cool to see CyberKongs going over there. And yeah, Axie Infinity was also built on Ronin. And final one for the day is Greek stock exchange with the name of ATH is building on Sui. Now that's cool because, well, it's a stock exchange, right? It's a TradFi business building on a blockchain. The reason why they're doing that is so they can improve transparency. So here the segment says like this partnership heralds a new future where blockchain can offer TradFi efficiency, security, and transparency. I don't know what to make of this. I gotta say, very interesting to see how it develops and what exactly the implementations are. Hats off to whoever implemented this on the BD side of Sui. That's impressive. But yeah, so that is the segment for the whole of the week. This one is actually, well, I think I got it all done in 17 minutes. So that's cool. That's cool. Let me pause the recording on my phone, and then I'll open up the floor if you guys wanna join in.